Hello and welcome in a Small Bridge Tool Studio. This time we're going to talk about a bridge bumper and why this is a cool tool. This is the third generation of our bridge bumper and we always adding a new feature every few years. So hopefully this is the last one, and we're going to go through all the features and how this can help to make your frames more comfortable and how to make them look better. The most important part of this machine is adjustability. You have several ways how to adjust this machine to do the bridge bump. The first adjustability is the position of the machine. So mostly how to place your frame to have a bridge bump right in the center. Then you have a adjustability how deep you want your bridge bump. And the third part is how to adjust which shape of the bridge bump you want. The bridge bumping is process where you need to heat up the frame. So you need to have some equipment to heat up the frame. We can recommend you to use air fryer because it's going to evenly heat up the whole frame, but you can also use a standard optical heater, and we're going to show you how to use it. Before we do the bridge bump, it's best to have your frame already prepared with the hinges. So do a little bit of sanding, do the nose pads, prepare the hinges, having them already with the rivets and everything, and then do the bridge bump. Think about the fact that the moment when you do the bridge bump, it's going to be much harder to do also the groove for the lenses. So it's better to do it prior bridge bumping. First thing before we start doing the bridge bumping is figure out which kind of shape of the bridge bump we want. So we have here 3 different bridge bump shapes. It's 3 different angles, and you can choose between sharp edge or the round edge. So for this frames, we're going to choose the small one. We're going to place it back inside of the machine, and then we're going to loosen the screw on the top and screw on the middle bar to make sure that both of these bars are moving, and place it where we want to have the bridge bump on a frame. So first you can just find approximately the position, lock it in a place, and without heating up the frame you can do a little cold bump to see just the lines of the bridge bump. When you have the good position, it's time to adjust how deep you want your bridge bump. So if you're not 100% sure, just set it up on a highest position and then do the bridge bump. If it's going to be too shallow, you can always reheat it again and push it a little bit deeper. You have 2 options how to heat up the frame. We can heat up the whole thing with the air fryer. Normally we can recommend you to using 100 degrees Celsius and between 2 and 3 minutes for each frame based on the thickness of the frame. Or you can use optical heater where you can just heat up the center of the frame from both sides. We can recommend you to heat up the frame a bit more, because otherwise if you not heat up the frame enough it can crack, and if you heat up too much you can damage the whole shape. When you had a frame heat up, you can try if you can bend it a little bit by hand, and quickly from heater or air fryer just place it in. Make sure that frame is not moving anywhere, and you can push the handle all the way down. Now you need to wait approximately 5 seconds and it should be permanently bended. If you made a mistake and you don't like, or you forgot to make the groove for the lenses, or you want to do something on your frame, you can put the frame back in the heater and heat it up and then flatten it again and do the whole process again. There's one trick, because normally when you do the bridge bump is going to be perfectly straight. If you want a bridge bump to be a little bit more pronounced on the top and a little bit on the bottom, you can use Dremel or the hand file and file off a little edge in an area of your nose crest, and make sure that you have a slightly less material there. So when you do the bridge bump, it's going to be less pronounced on the bottom and more on the top.